Hello, friends and members of Holy Cross. I'm Pastor John Bjorgaard, and I want to give you an update as far as what's happening at Holy Cross. And the first thing I want to share is that I know these are very interesting times, and it's been, I know, challenging for a lot of you. And just this other day, I talked to one of our members who has been pretty much locked in her room for 6 months. She's in a retirement center, and they've been basically made to stay in their rooms. And she thought that last Sunday, for example, she was going to be able to go to church. She got all ready, and she was told she could, but then when she was ready to leave, they said, nope, we can't let you go. And she was just heartbroken. That's why it's so important during these times to really reach out to one another, encourage one another, pray for one another, stay connected. And some things I want to bring to your attention that are happening around us. And you see, even though we're going through these challenging times, God is moving in our midst. And some things to, first of all, share is that for worship, we now have been in session live, but also online. And our worship attendance through this whole COVID time frame has been around 130 to 140 people all the way through. And even as we went live, that number stayed about the same when you count the people that come live to worship and those that are watching online. And that's quite a large improvement from where we used to be. So we're seeing growth in worship attendance even during these challenging times. Secondly, Bible studies are in session. We have a Wednesday Bible study, which takes place at 9 o'clock a.m., and it's going through comparative studies, and it's online. So if you need that Zoom link, please let us know. On Sundays, we have a live Bible study at 10:15 following our worship service, which is in the fellowship hall led by Dennis Martin. He's looking at the readings we have each week as far as our pericopes that we have on the back of the bulletin. For giving, this past summer, God has blessed us, and our expenses were less than our income, and which is awesome for us, that we've actually seen our cash reserve increase in these summer months. And part of that is because of the partnership with St. Mark that covers a large portion of my salary, but also we have now the preschool in session, which is paying rent. And so things are moving in a positive direction. Giving is slightly behind where it was last year, and we encourage you to stay current and keep supporting our ministry during these challenging times. But overall, God is blessing us, and we're seeing some positive things in that area. We have put the Sunday morning worship service entirely in a bulletin to make it easier for people to follow. You'll notice the screen is behind me now on this section over here. It used to be directly over the altar, and so we've changed the location of that. We've opened up the nursery in the back to make it available and friendly for families when they start coming back to worship with kids. We're doing a lot of things around the campus to make things look better. We are doing more communicating as far as e-news, at least 2 every week. We have now the online ministry going as far as liturgy, but also the sermons each week. And even if I'm not preaching on a given week, I'm still posting a sermon every single week. And I want to encourage you not just to watch these, but also to pass them on to others, to let people see what we're doing here, but also it's a great witness tool for you to share with other people. We have the website, which is being worked on and improved as we go along. A security system, as far as a video security system, has been installed for greater security for our campus. A prayer chain has recently been formed, and so be aware of that. If some emergency prayer needs come up, it can be activated within minutes. And I'm really proud of this congregation for the amount of food that you collected over September. It was a great outpouring of love for our community to support Vista del Camino Food Pantry. We have food items, pet food, hygiene items, as well as clothing items. Great job, Holy Cross, for what you did with that. And every single position on our council is currently filled. And it's the first time in a long time that we've been able to do that. We're excited about that. And even as we move towards the new year, we have some vacancies that will take place. We're going to fill those and make sure we have a full council going into next year. And we're in the process of looking to the future. The partnership that is with St. Mark and my involvement here is scheduled to go through June of next year. And there's still a desire for myself and for St. Mark to continue that partnership, but the feeling is to look at all options, and so please pray about that and see what God is leading Holy Cross to do. So great things are happening. In Romans 8:28 it says, all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord. And even in these challenging times, God is moving. God is doing great things. Thank you for your prayers, for your involvement. For those of you that have not been able to come back to live worship, we miss you. When the time is right, come back. But in the meantime, we will still continue to have worship online as well. And we're always here to serve you in any way we can. So God bless you, friends and members of Holy Cross. And let's keep praying for God to continue to do great things in our midst.